So,
You like my show? Oh, so
shoot,
what up, Shoot?
what up?
What up, nigga?
Yo,
What
yo,
up?
what's good? What's good, y'all?
How you
Man, I
doing,
missed you by
champ?
that much.
I'm good, man. I'm doing good. About 2.5 weeks out from the next fight, and I'm feeling great. Weight's been coming off great. I feel like I've starting to peak in camp at the right time, so I'm really ready to go.
How have
Let's.
things? Go ahead, Tom.
I just Nick Ball ducking, man. He ducking the smoke, nigga. Let's get into this shit early. That nigga ducking shoot, nigga. Brooklyn,
Yeah,
nigga. Are you from
bro.
Brooklyn or Bronx? You from
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Brooklyn,
bro.
right?
I genuinely,
Brooklyn,
was
nigga.
disappointed at the fact that they didn't take that offer because that's initially what they asked for when we came to the table. I just don't think that they knew that we was gonna be able to produce that. That's my whole thing. I want to be able to continue to expose a lot of these champions and top level fighters, and just kind of do what I do in the process in the ring while I'm exposing everybody, but just also continue to prove why I'm the best.
Facts.
You want to jump in before I?
Well, well,
Round
well.
one.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask them always. Typically, the question they always ask them: Are you still anticipating waiting for Naoya in a way? And
Man,
do you ever see
God.
yourself fighting him?
Um, After his last fight, and when I went to the post press conference, him expressing that if he continues to make weight comfortably as he is at 122, he's gonna stay
Right.
there. That kind of like took the air out of me and made me lose interest in
Mm,
a future fight with him. Granted, the deal is still there on the table. If it ever cross, I'm taking it,
right.
but my interest definitely is it went down a bit, and it just is what it is. Like I see my thing is this, right? Like y'all see me calling out everybody. Yeah, like
Mm,
everybody, especially the people even y'all tried to say y'all, well, not y'all, but but people that
yeah.
tried to say I wasn't calling out. Like I'm out here like, okay, now I'm gonna put my attention right on these guys just to prove a point and show y'all like they're not trying to, really bite that bullet or take that chance on me and and fighting me for real. You know what I'm saying? So um my focus is just 100% right now is just fighting on the featherweight champions, or at least just getting a belt so I can have an incentive for these guys to fight me, and that's why we're going the WBC route right now. I'm fighting for the WBC interim title, and so I could make myself a mandatory for the WBC shot after um, Ray Vargas and Carlos Castro fights.
Right. And Steven Scubo Fulton still has that belt. I wanted to ask you real quick before Ness goes. What did you think of your fellow 126 pound Rafael Espinoza? What did you think of his last performance in Las Vegas?
He had a good performance with the guy that has a decent name in terms of in terms of guys that he's fought against.
Yep.
Um, I would say that in the fight, the guy didn't give Espinoza much. Like a lot of the times, the guy was just standing right in front of him, bending his head down, and just get hit with a bunch of uppercuts. So I can't say that it was an impressive performance, but Espinoza did what he had to do. He did what he was supposed to do.
All
Shoot.
right.
I know you might say no, but I'm asking anyway. Do
Mm.
you ever think about? Is there ever any pressure when you start to reminisce? Cause it's like you the last one.
What you mean?
Hitchens got a belt.
Mm.
Uh, Chris Cobra, he just called me like 2 days ago. He got a documentary dropping. He almost got there. He got like an interim or a regular.
Mm. Yeah.
Nikita, man, he was supposed to be on the show 2 days in a row. He keep
Mm.
canceling. He not with Matchroom no more. It's like you the last of the Mohicans. Do you feel pressure on your shoulder? I mean, obviously Richardson leveled up. He became a world champ
Yeah,
out
yeah.
the
Rich
group.
is
He
in
the
there.
first to
Rich is
become
in
a
there.
world champ.
Rich is in there, man. He did it. He for sure did it. But oh yeah, no, 100% sure. Like that pressure definitely is there. You know what I mean? Like I always wanted to continue to represent Cops and Kids, boxing club. I right out in Brooklyn, New York, and I feel like I wanted to continue to represent that organization in the highest level. And yes, so the pressure is definitely there, but I live for the pressure. I crave it, so it's not a problem for me whatsoever. And I feel and I know that I'm gonna be there and take it to heights that no one has ever been able to take it to.
Bro, I feel like I know you at least 10 years, and I
Hmm.
feel so like bad. I mean, my assistant AI had to tell me that you witnessed the murder and your brother passed. I apologize, my
Yeah.
condolences,
No,
but
it
we need
wasn't
that
me. No, no,
story.
no. It wasn't me. I didn't. My older brother is the one that witnessed.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm about to
My brother.
say, man, I should have
Yeah.
known that. But how,
Nah, yeah.
tell us the story. What exactly happened? And how
Man.
did that
So,
shape you? How did that shape you? Did
mm,
it motivate you to go to the gym to try to get out of the hood, or was it you already boxing? Like, what time of your
mm.
life was that?
Well, yeah, yeah. I was 17 years old, so I was well into boxing around that time. I started boxing when I was 7, and so like I said, I was well into it. But my brother, he went to go buy Grand Theft Auto 5 because it just came out for the PlayStation 3 at the time. And, he was like, oh, guys, we going to, when I come back, we're going to play. Let's get hyped. Da, da, da. I'm like, I bet. I'm going to be right here when you get back. And he went with my older brother to the game store. So what my older brother, from his perspective, what he told me was he saw the guy, both Mike and my older brother saw the guy come into the game store. They kind of peeped in and saw them, and then kind of like just left. And they both looked at each other like, "Y'all, you saw that? You peeped that?" And then it was like, "Yeah." So they was like, "All right." They bought the game, and it was like, "Okay, let's walk home a different route because we don't want to nobody just follow the same pattern of how we go home." And it's funny because they ended up walking right in front of dude's building, the
Mm.
guy where the guy lived, and he had like a 45 caliber gun, and he told like my brother to freeze, stop. And my brother at the time, like Michael Hayden, he had sickle cell anemia, and always been struggling since birth. And it was to a point to where it was like kind of messing with his bones to the way like he had like weak bones and he couldn't walk well, so he was walking with a cane. And yeah, so he had a cane and he couldn't run. He couldn't do nothing. And the guy just let off by like 5 shots. And, about 3 of them hit him. And as he was on the floor, my older brother, like first he said, run, Mike, like out of instinct. Like he just said run, but not thinking that my brother couldn't run. He came back and got him as on the floor. Mike is like, I think I'm hit. I think I'm hit. He's bleeding. And they're trying to run across the street and stop a cab. The cab stops. And they opened the door, but once the cab driver saw my brother was bleeding, he drove off. And
Damn.
yeah, so they drove. Then they ran across the street to a Model Sporting Goods, and my brother was like, "Oh, I got shot, I got shot," and then that's when he passed out, and then he was presumed dead in the hospital. But yeah, and that experience definitely shaped how I look at life. Like I started to think about the the how fragile life is, how things could just happen and like so fast, how heavy death is to the family because when everybody hears about a death in the family, it's like, oh, I send my condolences, I send my condolences. The funeral happens, everyone's there. At the funeral, it's quiet.
Yeah.
Like you got to deal with everything yourself. Like it's real tough. And to be honest, it did not motivate me at first for boxing. It really didn't. Like I honestly shut down from society. Like, I didn't go to school for like 2 or 3 months. Missed major tests and whatnot. Now I'm like, this is my senior year in high school at the time. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to hear the condolences and I feel bad. I really didn't want to hear it. And I honestly felt like before then I could never see myself actually wanting to kill someone, but that made me entertain the idea to the point where like, oh, it's possible. Like brought me to that much rage because Mike wasn't just my brother. He was my best friend. He was the person I confided in. He was the person that at that age of confusion made me feel understood. So yeah, it took a while for me to get out of that funk of not being motivated and started to think about his words, and which was, listen, bro, with anything that you do, I want you to be the best at it. But I want you to do it because you and you do it to your 100% capability, and I'm gonna be happy for you regardless. But I'm gonna always be there to support you. Da da da. So those words always uh, rest in my head, and I think about him every single week at least of my life.
Man, like I said, my condolences, man. Hopefully you're using
Hey,
that as fuel to the fire. You fought
yeah,
in
I
the
am now.
I see.
Yeah.
You fought in a few international fights. Obviously they've been here on American soil, but you fought an Ugandan uh
Hmm.
in Segwa, right? Then
Yeah,
you
Sagalo,
know an
yeah.
Australian in
Hmm.
Coolwell, a Mexican in Vivas.
Hmm.
What is it difficult because they're not like U.S. television fighters? There's no footage of them. Do you like enjoy the fact that you don't know what they're bringing? So does that turn you up more, make you train because it's the element of surprise?
I can say it's a little bit of both. I like the fact that I'm confident in my ability to adapt, right? So, and that all stems from the amateurs. And the amateurs, bro, you don't know who the heck you're fighting to the morning of.
Mm.
Sometimes you don't have no footage on these people that you're gonna fight, so you do have to learn on the fly. So that capability I can easily bring into these pro ranks. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, I'd have no issue with. But footage definitely helps. I would say, you know what I mean, because I'm sure I'm like one of those dudes. Like I'm a student of the game. Like I love to, really break little things down, or even like a simple jab on why did it connect, how did it connect, when was it thrown, why was it so effective? All of those questions I ask, plenty of times before I even let the video just continue. I'll probably like a 30-minute fight will last like an hour to me because I'm always rewinding something. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those dudes to where I love the art of boxing. I'm a real pugilist in the game, and yeah, so like the film study helps for sure, but I'm a okay when it comes to lack thereof.
Fight fans, we like, okay, this guy's from Ghana, he ain't good. He from Uganda, he ain't on our level. He's from Australia.
Mm.
So like, how do you not get caught in that? Because I'm sure some fighters have to, like, man, who the fuck is this guy? You've been fighting all your life, right? You're 28.
Yeah.
You've been in the you tried to go to Olympics. You've been fighting on an amateur on a high level. Like, if he
Mm.
was him, you would have met him already. Does that get into
Not
your
necessarily.
mind? Okay.
Not necessarily, because granted, you are right in a sense, but in my, experiences in boxing, you'll have guys like come out like Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer was not anything like that or known in the amateurs. I don't even think he even had much of an amateur background at all. But you see what he's made of himself in the pros. There's plenty of pro boxers, like even Manny Pacquiao, or there's so many people that you come across that they're like late bloomers, and they become tough fighters later on in their career. So yeah, no, I never come across a guy that is unheard of and think that, oh, like, who's this guy? Like, that's nothing, like, we're gonna wash him. Because it's all about keeping humility. It's all about staying humble. It's all about just sticking to the game plan, because trust and believe that guy that you don't know anything about, they could definitely put you down. Freaking look, case in point, Rafael Espinoza. No one knew who the hell he was until he
Mm.
fought Robeisy Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? If Ramirez would have beat him, he would have just been another forgotten Ramirez opponent. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But because he beat Robeisy Ramirez, like he got his name, and look what he's doing right now in the featherweight division. So yeah, man, I come with the fullest intention on being as dominant as I can with anybody, and I look at everybody as a champion. So I train that way. So I take everyone serious.
Any of y'all want to jump in before I go to the people's questions?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead, Ram.
yeah, I see that you're 28 years old and you started your career at 2021. Is the sense of
Mm.
urgency? I see you're fighting for an interim world title in your next fight, which is this fight, right? Am I
Yeah,
right?
yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so you're fighting for the interim and then trying to get that WBC. Do you feel the pressure, I guess, kind of like um Ness was
Ness
saying
was
that
saying.
Ness, yeah, I
Hmm.
couldn't get it out. I'm sorry. When Ness was
Yeah.
saying that, fucking, like, don't you feel that like you need to compete for a world title to
well,
start your
I don't know if
legacy?
you know, right? You went two times. That's why you're that old, right? You tried to go to the Olympics twice.
Right,
So I
right.
don't know if you know.
I tried for the 20.
Ah,
Yeah, I tried for the 2020 team. I was an alternate, and then I made the USA team for the 2020. Excuse me. I was the alternate for the 2016 team, and then I made the U.S. team for the 2020 Olympics, but COVID messed up my qualifications, so I wasn't able to go and fight in Japan.
So
Wow.
that's the age, but you know, you got the experience from the amateurs. You know,
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
at
Yes,
least
sir.
in my
Uh,
opinion, all that
yeah, no,
international
100%.
experience.
I definitely did, and especially with the last 4 years, 5 years, getting preparing for the Olympics. So yeah, no, I definitely did. But to answer your question, though, I genuinely still feel I don't feel an urgency to fight for a world title. It's more so just like I just want to get what I deserve. A lot of guys, they don't even have to be ranked number one to fight for a world title. They don't have to fight a significant name to fight for a world title. Case in point, Rafael Espinoza. You know what I'm saying? So why is that a thing in an argument when it comes to me? That's BS to me. That's that's
You
that's that's
dangerous.
just that's, it's such a cop out. Y'all know that I'm an issue. Y'all know that I'm a
Yeah, you
problem.
dangerous.
And you know what I'm
That's
saying?
why
Y'all
you a
want to
problem.
admit it. And that's just and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, no man wants to admit to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm gonna expose that at the end of the day. There's one
Hmm.
way or another. It's either you fight me or not. I'm here. I'm at the number one spot. It's not like I'm like ranked number 100 and something. Oh, let's fight the champion. Of course, like who the hell is gonna fight a guy like that? But I'm at the top of the featherweight division. There should be no excuses as terms to me fighting this person and fighting that person. I
But
don't give
who's
a
giving
damn
you
who
an
that is.
excuse?
I think at the time, Stephen Fulton gave that excuse. Uh, um, I don't think Nick Bull. I think the only person at so far is Stephen Fulton, and then people just kind of like on that bandwagon, just kind of grabbing it. Oh, who did he fight? Who did he fight? But to be honest, I've gotten a few fights on my belt to where I genuinely was not supposed to win. And that was Jason Sanchez fight. That fight was supposed to be tough for me. What other fight? The Vivas fight was supposed to be very tough for me. There's a few fights that I can't think of on top of my head, but they're supposed to be really tough for me. They're supposed to really test me, and I passed them with flying colors. And and then there's a lot of guys that have never been knocked out that I knocked out. A lot of guys that they fought these top oppositions like Joey Gonzalez and Blue Nose Lopez and all these different people. I knocked these guys out. So yeah, man, I just me being highly ranked, bro. I just want to get what I feel like I've earned, and my opportunity. I just want my shot, bro. That's all it
I
is.
feel like I feel like Matias right here at 14-0 and your first 12-round scheduled fight. I think this is you're gonna start to show the world that you can either one go the distance or stop a undefeated fighter. And I think it'll
Mhm.
put you in a good position. Go ahead,
I
Tone.
agree.
Yeah.
Oh, Anton.
How was that Aaron the plumber work, man? I saw you with Aaron the plumber. How was
Yo,
the Aaron the plumber work, B?
I love the
hey man,
skit.
that's
I
my
love the
guy,
skit when he
man.
looking at you. Y'all funny as
Yeah.
hell.
That's my guy right there, man. He's cool as hell. Yo, you know what's crazy? If I swear, if he was to really take up boxing serious in terms of like, if he was to do so earlier in his life, man, like he he would have probably been a problem because he catches on really quick. He has the basic fundamentals. Um, me sparring him, obviously he's way bigger than me, so he has that power and whatnot. But it's just the cardio factor. Obviously with these, the YouTubers or content creators, they don't really go crazy with cardio and whatnot. So it was easy to kind of gas him out. But bro, when I tell you, like he's already like doing like backhand catches and little shoulder roll touches, and even when he's on the inside with the shoulder roll, he'll probably like step on a slight angle just to throw his left hook, and he paces himself really well. And he's already an intimidating figure to be across. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Right.
like I see a bright future for him with this content boxing, and yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well for himself.
Bro, how
Hey, Tom.
was the your training under the water, bro? I see you diving, you
Yeah,
get under the water. What's
yeah,
going on, bro? That was lit.
yeah, man. We taking that Muhammad Ali joint to another level. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I really wanted to take this fight to a different level of difficulty in terms of training camp. I just want to be overly prepared in a way, in a sense. And I know that I've already done like swim workouts and whatnot, but never done like a deep sea type of training. Like that
Mm.
deep dive type of training is like it's not like when you're swimming, you can get a breath of fresh air. You can grab a breath of fresh air when you're there. Down there, it's like you have to hold your breath, work. Like think about just doing like 10 burpees while you're holding your breath outside of water. It's like that was already challenging. When you're underwater with that pressure on you, and then when you're done doing whatever sets or reps you're doing, you have to still swim back up and get a breath of fresh air. That's a lot. It's really a lot, but it's that constant testing of your capacity with your lungs, and it's just expanding that endurance. It's the next level work.
You know what I used to get out of that?
Mm.
The panicking, being out of breath, trying to get up to the air and learning how to
Nah,
be calm.
word.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? And my coach used to tell me, that's where I need you to be calm and comfortable at.
Exactly.
And learn how
Exactly.
to come back up. He said it's not only training to open up your lungs to be able to hold your breath for that long, but it's also learning how not to panic in the moment. And that's what he was teaching
100%.
me. Yeah.
100%. And that's what I had to learn too, because to be honest, I'm still new to this swimming stuff, bro. Like I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. So when
Yeah.
Kay and myself we decided to do this deep sea type of work, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, I don't know, I don't know about this one, but I'm like, I'm gonna challenge myself. And when I started to do it, I caught myself doing a panic joint. Like I was
Yeah.
like down
Yeah.
on the floor, and I'm like trying to get up, and I see how far the top of the water
I've
is,
done it.
and I'm like, and that's not
Yo,
helping me at all,
Shushu,
bro.
I know you're gonna this is gonna sound real funny, right? It's gonna
Yeah.
sound real funny. But I used to think about eating French fries. It would calm me down. I swear to God. Try it.
What?
Shushu, I
He
swear
said
on
try it.
everything I
But what
love.
if he don't like
I
He
French
told me
fries
try
like
it.
you? You
no,
talking
but
about some try it?
peep it. Another guy told me this. Another guy told me this, right? And then I wanted to know, where did he get it from? You know where they get that from? Houdini.
What?
Houdini.
Houdini used to get in the
Houdini?
safes.
Ah,
Houdini, the
yeah,
magician.
and
And he
get out.
talked
Yeah,
about in his autobiography that he used to think about eating French fries. I swear on everything I love. The minute I started, a calmness. It just me visioning, and I didn't panic no more.
that's
I
funny.
just
Wow,
try
I'll
that's
think
it.
about
funny.
that.
Yes,
I'll think
try
about
it.
that one.
Hey man,
I
but
I'll
what?
think about
try
it.
Eat
I'll
it.
try it.
vegan. Wait, actually, you can eat potatoes
Nah,
as a
nah, French
vegan.
You
fries
can
is
eat
vegan.
potatoes.
Potatoes.
Eat pot-
Potatoes.
Wow,
I can eat
Ness.
some fries.
Really, Ness?
Listen,
Really?
I forgot.
I
All
got
right.
potatoes, bro.
Yo, that sounds crazier than the suggestion. All right, but
Man,
yo,
yeah,
Yo,
Shushu,
yeah.
Shushu,
Please,
try
can we
it.
get this
I
clipped? Please,
promise
can we
you.
get that
I
clipped?
promise you, Shushu, try it. It might sound. I knew. That's why I said it. Yo, Shushu, it's gonna sound funny. I knew it was gonna come out crazy, but please
Yeah.
try it while you're underwater, please.
I got
I'm
a
gonna try
few.
it and
I
give you
got a
some
few.
feedback. I'm
Bro,
gonna give you some
that is
feedback.
All
I
right,
got you, bro.
diabolical work,
all
So,
right.
bro.
so how
Real
do you
talk.
feel about this Elijah Pierce thing? I feel like I even commented. I think they deleted my comment because I'm like, why y'all clout chasing Shushu? This man's at 22. Why they keep
What happened?
using?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, you ain't been seeing OTX posting you with Elijah Pierce. They keep using your
Nah,
name
nah.
with Pierce. They're like, you number 2, he number 4. But I'm like,
Oh.
y'all in 2 different divisions. He ranked at 22. You at 24. And
But I
and
think
I
he's
26.
even
ranked at 26. No, I think he's ranked at 26.
I mean his last fights has been at 22. Elijah Pierce, yeah, 22, 22, 22. I mean, 2 fights ago he was at 33, but right before that it was 21, and before that 30 and 30, 32. So I guess maybe he's everywhere. His last 2 fights, his biggest fights with Tremaine and Plania were low. Like he was 116 with Tremaine and
Oh,
123 with Plania. So
oh.
I don't know. And I
Yeah,
don't
no,
see
I
any
don't know.
126 fights.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've missed that, to be honest. I ain't see that post. I feel like, they're making a connection because me and him fought in the Olympic trials back in 2016, well, 2015, and we were basically like 1-1. Like he beat me the first time, then I got mine in the second, and yeah, but I think that's what it is. I think that they probably saw on BoxRec and people like, oh, Elijah Pierce or whatever, and
Is that
they're just
someone you would
doing like maybe.
entertain? Because he is
Um.
behind you. So this is one of the posts. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they deleted the comments because I'm like, yo, why y'all clout chasing Shushu?
I mean, to be honest, I'm down to fight anybody, Ness. You know what I mean? But I am fully focused on fighting these champions, man. I got some business to take care of. I got a division to wipe out. And as of right now, yeah, it doesn't look like Elijah Pierce is in the division. But if the fight makes sense and if it's at the right time, I'm down for it 100%.
See, like they
Champ,
put the rank in. They want to
Yeah,
show
yeah,
everybody he's right there on your
yeah.
heels, and I'm like, are they gonna send him an offer?
Yeah,
Or they
nah.
just
I
using
think I
that
just
name
yeah. That's probably what it is. You know what I mean? But it's a business. You already know, Ness. It's a
for
business. You got
sure.
to respect it.
For sure.
champ. Great to meet you. By the way, wish you nothing but
Same.
health and success and lots of money.
Thank you.
Just going back to the Olympics. In your opinion, why do you think that pros like, for example, Lomachenko stay, in the amateur scene and try and become two-time gold medalists? And why do you think that pros like that stay within the amateurs for so long?
I do believe that some people they want to invest in themselves more in terms of getting more experience and before they make that jump to pro ranks because I truly believe that once you're 0-0 and you make a pro step, you have to believe that you can beat the champion in your division that day, that moment. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like, oh, I'm gonna work up to it because like, a lot of things can happen. You gotta have that vision sight before then. But from what I've heard from a lot of other countries overseas, that these boxers get a lot of benefits and getting taken care of very well by their country when they win medals or gold medals and whatnot, and to represent their country. So I think that's one of those reasons and those why they decide to stay and why a lot of American people don't. A lot of American fighters, they turn pro before the Olympics even come around. You know what I'm saying? They don't stay like 2, 3 times. I think Rashid Warren did it, but that was just one of his things where like he really wanted to become, an Olympic medalist. And granted, it never happened, but you can see that's one of the main reasons why he, stayed. For me, it was experience because after the 2015 Olympic trials, I just took a look at myself and I realized like I ain't have no international experience to the point to where when I finally did the international experience, I was kind of like dumbfounded and I felt like I was trying to solve a Rubik's cube when I was brought up against a different style. I fought Joe Cordina back in 2016, and that was my first time fighting overseas. He was already like 24, I think, and he was already on the Olympic team in England, and he had that experience. He had all that. Me, I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the maturity. It was a lot that I had to reflect and make that mature mindset to be like, bro, slow it down. Let's stay and really make sure that we're ready to make these the pro ranks.
As
Final question
as
for
for
myself.
me, uh, I was just gonna
Um,
and piggyback up off what you asked him. As for me, as fighting in the amateurs, what attracted me to the Olympics was that in the amateurs, when we win, they put on medals, ribbons around our neck. It was the first
Mm-hmm.
challenge in my life. That's what motivated me. That I wanted to go to the Olympics to that way because of the fact that I was like, if I can do that, then I'm ready for the pros type shit. But for me as a kid, it was those little medals, man. They put on our neck. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they molded us. I kept looking
Yeah.
at it and kept thinking, man, I want to be like them. And it was like the next
Mm-hmm.
step for me. But I never made
Yeah.
it. All right, go ahead.
Man,
you
somebody
said
get this guy a
obviously.
medal, bro.
Man, serious. I've
Never
actually
made it,
got
bro.
one in my cupboard. I'll email that
Never
to
made
you.
it.
Yeah, give it to him, please.
Um,
You deserve
uh,
it at this point now. Listen, you're a winner in life. You're a winner
Yeah,
in
let's
life, bro. Give
go.
him a
Let's
medal.
go.
you try. So you've mentioned there the likes of who do you say, Cordina? What other British fighters have you got on your sites? And also, what do you think about Nathaniel Collins?
I like that little segue that you did because I'm gonna mention Nick Ball. That's funny, but
No,
no,
we'll
no.
talk
But
about Nick Ball
honestly,
because there was a little bit of disrespect there to the Ball Maestro. Obviously being from Britannia,
yeah, no.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no. To be honest, I got nothing but respect for Nick Ball. To be honest, I don't think that it's the fighter that I don't think that it's the fighters that are not wanting to fight me. I think it's their team. They're navigating them and doing things that's in the best interest of their fighter, right? But you know what I'm saying. I really want to be able to, just fight the best of the best. And but yeah, but guys, British fighters that I have in my sights is not many, to be honest. I'm really focused on Nick Ball. Like I'm like zoned in on him, really. Like I got tunnel
It's a
vision
brilliant
on
fight.
him.
Brilliant fight.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It would be a great fight, and I think that's probably one of the most lucrative fights that I could get to out of all of the champions. That's why it's so attractive to me.
Would you travel over here
Oh,
to
definitely, one hundred
England for
percent,
that fight?
100%. The fight,
I'd
fighters,
expect no less.
usually always have to. Yeah, fighters usually always have to fight in the champion's backyard to be able to get this strap. So I'm open to it. I'd rather not, to be honest. I'm keeping 100. I'd
Bro,
rather
well,
not. I'd
don't
rather
believe the hype.
fight
We'll look
in
after your
Vegas or
sushi.
New
Don't
York.
worry. You're good.
What
Nah,
about
man,
Angelo
y'all need to
Leo?
come across the pond. Y'all need to come across the pond and fight at MSG in a big room. Y'all
Right.
got love over there over in New York too. Y'all be all right.
Angelo Leo
Come
will
over
go to
here
New
after
York.
the fight. I'll get you a pint.
I get your
Say,
pint.
say it again.
Come over here, obviously after the fight and everything like that, and I'll get you a pint after
All
the
A
fight.
pint,
right.
a pint, mate, a pint.
Man.
And
A
some
pint
fish
of
and chips
what?
if
Some
you're lucky.
water?
All right.
He gonna get you a pint of
Yeah.
alcohol. He
Pint of
trying to
what?
sabotage you, champ. He trying to
Not
I'm
me.
sabotage you.
saying,
Not
I'll
ah,
I.
spike your water.
Not I.
I'm not ashamed
oh,
to say that.
whoa,
Where
whoa,
you get that from?
Look at
Hey,
him.
Nick
He,
Ball
he
from the
trying to
UK?
Yeah.
play. He
Nick
trying
Ball
to
from
play
the UK?
dirty for
yeah,
Nick Ball.
he from Brit. He out
All
there.
right, let me
Uh,
get to these people's questions. You got something, Tom?
now I'll just say Rico down bad. Nick Ball over there doing all that ducking. Nasty, nigga.
Whoa,
Nasty.
hold on.
Nasty
Let's
work.
parliamentary
Yo,
procedures.
Rico, yo,
All
no,
right.
no, Rico.
He said parliamentary procedure. You're nasty, Rico.
I know I'm a big fan, Shisha, and honestly, I hope you go far in your career, man.
I mean,
Yeah, I
isn't there
appreciate
a
that, man.
possibility now? Because didn't Nick Ball's fight fall apart?
What was Sam Goodman?
Nick Ball wants all the smoke. He's a
No,
wrecking
you're
ball. You
right.
know
You're
that
right.
one
It
song
was
by
it was
Miley
Ray
Yeah,
Cyrus?
Ford's. It was Ray Ford's fight that fell apart with
yeah. Ray Ford's
Kakase.
fight fell apart. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a
I
good
was
fight too. I
excited
would
for
have liked
that
to see.
too. Yeah, I was
Yeah, I would
excited,
like to
man.
see how that was going to
Kakase
shake
looked like
down.
he got some power. Ray Ford
Yeah.
also is on his P's and Q's. Let me get you out of here. I'm gonna get these questions. I got a major media. If your fighting style was a car, what car would it be? That's a good one.
Mm. I like. I can't think of the an exact. I would just say the brand, just Mercedes Benz, because
Okay.
it is nice. It's pretty, but it got some power to it. It got. Why are you shaking your head, bro? Why
No,
would
I'm
you think
saying
this kind
I'm
of car?
Porsche,
agreeing.
I
Porsche,
would have said a
Porsche.
Tesla for
Come on,
me.
A
that's
Porsche?
you. Let
I
You're a
that
like
man.
Porsche.
Porsche.
I like Porsche. I
You're a
like Porsche.
Porsche.
He said you're a
I like
You're a
He's
Porsche.
an
Porsche.
AMG Mercedes. Leave that man
No, but you know
alone.
Yo,
why I like?
nah.
Listen. But I'm
He's
classy
a
with it. You
Porsche,
know what I'm
a
saying?
black
AMG
slick
Mercedes look more
Porsche.
classy. AMG
Tone,
Mercedes is
Tone
more of
said
a
he's a
class.
Tesla guy.
It got
Exactly.
power
Fast,
to it.
strong, and
Yeah,
powerful.
but round one, the Porsche you know what it is. The AMG is like a classy car. You could jump out of there with a suit, but you could also step on that pedal. You know.
Exactly.
He's
Exactly.
a panther, bro. He's a killer. Ain't nothing classy smooth about him.
I am
He's
classy,
straight
man.
How you
ass,
Hey,
gonna take
listen.
ass
that man
smooth
class? Look at how you
machine.
conducting this interview so classy.
Look
You know what I
inside
mean?
the ring.
Oh,
I
whoa,
go
whoa, whoa.
crazy.
In the
That's the push.
interview,
That's the
I'm thinking
power.
of you in the ring. I'm thinking of you in the ring.
I feel
Like a
that. But
car
listen,
for the
but my thing
ring.
is it's clean though. I don't do nothing
Yeah,
extra. I
yeah,
don't do no crazy little. I stay in my clean lane. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it is vicious. It's vicious at the end of the day.
yeah.
And then outside, you gonna see me in suits. You gonna see me in
Yeah,
clean
right.
looks. You gonna see
Oh,
me.
what
When
you
you see
saying?
me commentating,
The Porsche is luxury. That shit is
that's
That's
it.
smooth as
sport, man.
shit.
Are you
You know what I'm
crazy?
saying?
Porsche
Woo!
sport, not luxury.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what
it's
I'm doing.
yes. I think that Mercedes Benz is more luxury for sure.
For sure. For sure. I got Huang out of
Champ,
Houston. He says, if you fought Aaron the plumber, would it be at a catchweight?
Man, if I fought Aaron, it damn sure would have to be at a castaway. I ain't even go cap. He ain't about to have that size advantage over me. You gotta drain yourself. You gotta do something, bro. I ain't
Speaking
gonna
of
cap.
catchweights, are you getting work with Regis?
Nah, I haven't actually gotten a chance to spar Regis because of the fighter that I'm getting ready for I'm not sparring like southpaws and stuff like that, to be honest. So I'm just strictly have been fighting guys that's similar to the person that I'm fighting. So I haven't gotten
Is
a chance to spar Regis yet, but I think that'll happen sometime soon, though.
is Cafu southpaw or orthodox? Did you spar him? Because I see him in the gym with Kermel.
Cafu, I'm not sure who that is.
What's his
Just
first
by
name?
his name, but
Round one.
Cafu, he's fighting
Jesse
Bam
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 Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
He was sparring Kermel at Knuckleheads.
oh well, yeah, I don't think
I
he's
want to
sparred
say
me though.
Orlando.
I don't think
He's
I
an
sparred this guy.
African American. I mean, he's like African or Ghanaian with blonde hair,
Nah,
short like
dang,
yours.
I would remember
That
His
is
that.
name starts with a
pretty
PH. It's
cool.
a PH. I
Pumita?
can't say
Nah,
his name.
son, I'll find it. I'll
It's
find it. Whatever.
it's
Yeah,
F.
I mean, if you ain't see him with blonde hair, don't matter. You ain't sparring.
yeah, I promise you, I would have probably remembered that.
He looks like a smaller version of Subriya Matias.
Yeah, thinner
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
Thinner,
everyone would have
thinner,
remembered that
Right.
one, John.
thinner with the
Right.
blonde hair. But
Right.
speaking of Regis, man, I interviewed him over there when I seen you, and he feels like you guys are giving them life, you know, because he's like training with the younger people, getting pushed, and this is his first time training in Vegas whole camp. He said he never
Yeah.
left his
Yeah.
family. Do you see
Yeah.
a second life in him? Do you think he can do it again?
Yeah, I do. I am going to front, and this is not just me saying that because I'm training in the gym with him. The way he's working, the fundamentals that we're on, because it's like, you know, a lot of the things that Regis has been criticized on is his footwork or his balance and the way he overthrows certain shots. We're like drilling into him, like, bro, this is what we're working on all day today. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's to a point to where it's getting second nature now. His reactions are faster. His aggression is better and more calculated. I'm definitely seeing little differences in his approach, and I'm really excited to see his next step for him.
Me too,
Champ,
man.
I'm happy to hear
I'm
that.
glad he made those
I'm happy.
changes.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Champ, with the very unfortunate but obvious adverse finding from that was obviously put out today by Matchroom, what do you think that more should be done to introduce all year round testing, drug testing? Because the fact that the results only come after the fact, and you know you've seen what happened to Galal Yafai, you know, do you think more should be done to make drug testing more accessible? Because I think the major thing is obviously the cost of the testing.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Because at the end of the day, my life is at risk. I mean, you know, the money that's in boxing should also come with these tests, especially before the fight. Like, I feel like the test should be like more so before the
Mandatory.
fight after, because it's like it's so many boxers that we see go through so many things after the damage is done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see a fighter like on the rise, and they'll go against someone that is tested, gave pops for PEDs, and then they're never the same. That's so hard to watch, and I honestly hate to see it. I wish there were more cases to where we can catch these people before they step inside the ring. But yeah, I feel like definitely more needs to be done, and I really hope that there's a change that comes in the boxing, because, bro, we're here, us boxers, we're entertaining you guys, but at the same time, like, we're entertaining you guys, we're putting food on our table, but at the same time, we're putting our life at risk, man. Like, we are people, we are human. Like, we're not just these objects, just, you know, just to be taken, not being taken care of. You know, I genuinely hope that there can be a change to where the testing could be taken more serious, and even the punishments probably need to be a little harsher,
Hell
maybe.
yeah. That's
You know
the
what I'm
Did you
reason
saying?
watch
that
the
that's the reason
Galal
people
Yafai
keep
fight?
popping. That's why they keep popping.
Yeah.
You giving them a year off when they only fight twice a year. They're like, okay, you know, I'm back
They
next
just
year.
gave Iman there 2 years.
Yeah.
Iman Kataya
Iman,
was talking about. But that was that was a
yeah.
different testing agency. It's not universal, so it's the
That
IBA.
part,
So
yeah.
he's kind of like
Really?
Shout out to Nathan.
his suspension don't even count. He still gets to fight this Saturday.
Yeah, yeah. And I also
What?
feel like with I think that certain punishments should be taking place depending on like how the PED was ingested. Like, some people, they don't even know like certain things are in their system, they get popped. But if
Champ,
there's certain things that's undeniable that can't be in your system unless you
Put
knowingly
it in
took
there.
it, yeah, then punishment should be harsh.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair,
What?
everybody that has had adverse findings or something come back, negative, history tells that they definitely did that shit. Did you
Yeah,
watch the
What?
yeah.
Galal Yafai fight?
Right. I
I
had
didn't
a
see it.
job.
I saw the
Round one,
I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear.
yeah,
calm
no, yeah, no,
down.
I saw the I think the highlight of the knockout. You know what I mean? But I didn't watch the whole fight. But yeah, that it was sad to see, knowing like now how that possibly could have contributed to the fight going that way. Because Ngalalia fight is a great fighter, bro. He's a great fighter.
That
He's
was shaved a lot
one
of
of those
years off
guys.
his life. I
No
mean,
problem.
and life and career.
Yeah, yeah, man. You know me. I pride myself. And another thing, I really look down on people that do stuff like that knowingly, because it's like
Yeah.
I take pride in being healthy, bro. Like, I've been on a plant based diet for the past 8 years of my life, and I've naturally gotten stronger and faster, healthier with this. I was not knocking people out like that in the amateurs. You could ask anybody that saw me in the amateurs. But once I started to really like lock in like the fundamentals and like the actual like little intricate details of how the body works and what food I'm supposed to eat and how hard I'm supposed to train and all of that, that's when I started to see the difference. And I feel so much better when I win a fight because I know the work I put in. So it feels like for people that's knowingly doing these things, it's like it's very cowardice, and I don't even look at them as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just very disrespectful.
And brings me to my next question, and this is not necessarily for you, champ. Do we all think it's a bit weird? This is, I believe, he was under Eddie Reynoso. I think this is the
The
latest
seventh
Eddie
fighter,
Reynoso fight.
the seventh Reynoso fighter
I
to
mean,
test
Mm,
positive,
that's
according
diabolical
to
numbers
Oscar De La
there.
Hoya. Anyway,
yeah, I saw a tweet earlier about that today, and it definitely brought that to my awareness. I'm like, oh wow. So I'm not saying that Reynoso will be responsible, but it's definitely an eyebrow raise. It's definitely something that people should look into because once, okay, maybe it's the fighter. Twice, hmm, is it a coincidence? 33 times, all right. 7 times,
When you
all
get
right.
to
The
seven,
question
yeah,
needs to
it's a bit, I don't know.
yeah. Question needs to be asked.
But
Well,
no one's
I
going to
had
ask
it.
the questions because boxing is lawless. Wouldn't you say, champ?
Mhm. Say it again. I'm sorry. What was your question?
Well, but no one's going to ask that question because to me, boxing seems very lawless, and there doesn't seem to be enough sort of, I don't know, government intervention or legislation that actually protects fighters like yourself or
Hmm.
stops, tragedies like that happening.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's why I feel like the boxing community has to come together as a group to start bringing awareness to these things and start putting pressure on the people that's at the head and really try to shake things up to make a difference.
Mm.
I mean, to be honest with you, Tram, like for example, in England with the British board, that's just a limited company. So like my off license has like the same like level of law in terms of
Mhm.
they're not government run, and I think that's why all of this is actually happening, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
round one.
Oh, I'm a Shushu. Well, I just wanted to let you know this, just in case anybody wanted to know in the boxing world about this steroid talk, right? Truth be told, I had an interesting job, and the reality of it is, when they send these tests out to the big labs, I can tell you the exact moment, the exact time and date, and how you ingested the drug into your body, whether you injected it, smoked it, drank
Mhm.
it. So when what we used to do was, and they still do it, they come out with the paper, they know exactly how it went, but they just want you to just to make a lie, or they get a kick out of it, whatever, because and then they
Mhm.
don't really tell you these things, right? They allow the guy to lie or whatever. And all they
It
gotta
makes it
really
makes it
do,
worse for them.
yes,
Hmm.
all they gotta really do, I swear to God, is turn the paper around and go, look, this is exactly how you did it. Because it breaks down in your body. They can tell you to the exact minute you
Hmm.
ingested it. So when the steroid peoples, if you're in a situation with the boxing and everything, I just wanted you to know that. That's how powerful those testing really are.
Mm.
And that's
Okay.
100% fact. I used to
Okay.
work there. I know it.
Okay. Well,
Tone,
that's
we've
good to
not
know.
really heard from you, Tone.
I got them
No,
questions from the people.
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to know about the duck. My man Shoo on
Yo, this
smoke.
dude, bro. Yo, this dude here, man. Oh, bro. I see you the instigator of the group. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
you know everybody you need one of those in the group all the time. You know what I mean? But
That's definitely him.
That's what I do.
listen, bro.
Shoo, you going to the
like,
fight?
bro. At the end of the day, you know how I am, bro. I want to smoke with everybody, and I'm here and number one ranked to where it makes all the sense in the world for these guys to fight me. So, and if they don't fight me, you know it's not because of me.
You going to the fight, champ? September 19th? I mean 13th? Crawford
September
Canelo?
13th. Oh yeah, definitely. Well,
For
100%.
sure? You like for sure? You know them
I'm
tickets
in
about
the
to be crazy.
building.
Oh,
I'm in the
damn.
man. Listen, I'm in the building one way or another. I might have to, you know, what I'm saying, you know, I might have to do something to get a ticket, you know, but
Well, you
you
an
know,
ambassador? Are you an
still,
ambassador already?
yeah, no,
Ain't
I'm
you
ambassador. Yeah,
Oh, nah, you
you
getting a
in
ticket. You getting a
you
ticket
in
yeah,
there?
then. You in there
yeah.
then.
I
You
don't
going to
Gonna
know,
New
because
fly
York?
everybody don't be invited
and
now.
sell
You know what I'm
tubes.
saying?
I
I
mean,
feel like the
being from
ambassador thing
Vegas, I
might.
mean, living in Vegas, being an ambassador,
Yeah.
I highly doubt you don't get one. But if you don't get one, we having another party. That's why I was asking. I was
Oh
going
yeah,
to
facts,
invite you.
facts, facts. You know, yeah, we down. I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
All right, let me get you out. I got Malcolm in New York City. He says, bench, cut, and start these 3 boxing drills. Mitt
Bench
work,
cut start.
jump rope, double end bag.
Bench cut start. Mid work, jump rope, double in. Start mid work. Start mid work.
Bless you.
Bench, double in bag, or rope. I like that rope work. Yeah, rope work, and then I'll cut the double in bag.
I got Manny LG from Cali. Can you whoop on Nick Ball for me, please? And thank you.
Hey man, yeah, y'all
I
can
don't
go to
agree with
yourself.
that.
Listen, when the time comes, I'll happily oblige.
I got Bone Hundo. Which other weight classes are you willing to compete in as your career progresses?
I can see myself going up to 130, 135, and maybe even capping out at 140 for sure. I think that I have the size for it. I have the frame. You know, I feel like I'll fill out in those weight divisions very well.
We got good morning, good afternoon, Adrian from Lakeland County. You need to scrap whatever plans you have. Shushu versus El Divino on the undercard of Canelo versus Bud. That's an amazing fight for Mexico's Independence Weekend. Make it happen.
Hey, send that same message. Send that same message to Divino, man. You know I'm down.
I got Ali and Dago. What's up, Bruce? How far up in weight do you see yourself going? You just answered that, so shout out to him. We got Rex out of Delaware. Salute, champ. I became a hardcore fan of yours from seeing you fight live on Shakur's cards. It was disappointing to see you two fall out. Have you and Shakur worked everything out, or is it still beef and or beyond repair?
Nah, it's not beef at all between me and Shakur. We did have a conversation on the phone. We talked about why the whole thing happened or whatever, and but it's like we left it alone. But it's definitely something that I took into to where it's like I gotta like basically I see how a person is now, so I'm gonna just how can I say
Keep your
deal with
distance.
a person basically keep your distance and deal with a person accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Because I genuinely thought that man was like tight. Man was not tight, but at least cool enough to like show respect, to not do things on the internet or yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when that happened, it was like, okay, I'll take a step back, and it just is what it is, but so when we see each other, we show respect, give a handshake, what I mean? It's not like, it's cool.
I got Devin from Santa Ana, California. Why go the WBC route? The interim belt really doesn't mean anything. David Benavidez interim for many years, no Canelo fight. Virgil has defended his and still being mandated to fight Boachuk. Zepeda took a long time to fight Shakur. Ajit Capabell also. I mean, why not the IBF? They will make sure the champion fights you or strip him. They are the most non-corrupt sanctioning body when it comes to mandatory challengers.
That's a great point. I genuinely feel like the WBC is putting me in, right now. There's no true champion for the WBC. As Fulton's going up to fight Oshaki Foster. Ray Vargas is the champion in recess. And they want to have him fight because he hasn't fought since what, Nick Ball? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like the WBC is having my best interest at heart and putting me in the right position for me to have my chance to fight for their title. But yeah, for the IBF, I've sent out an offer to Angelo Leo. My team has sent out not necessarily numbers, but just an interest to fight, and they have other plans. So it's like it's just certain things that's in the way for that. So I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm just gonna go on a route to where I'll grab my belt here, so they'll be more incentive to fight me, and then we could really get things shaking and start, blazing through the 126 championship division all as a whole. I might mess around. Listen, I don't even know when the last time the featherweight division has been unified, but I might mess around and go undisputed. There's never been an undisputed featherweight world champion in the full belt era, ever.
Mm.
And so with me doing something like that, I feel like that'll be monumental. It'll be historical, and it'll be something to put me in. Start having conversations to where like, all right, he's making ways to become one of the greats of the sport of boxing.
So I ain't trying to be the bearer of bad news, but have you had the conversation with Top Rank? Because, they had the silver medalist Shakur, and they didn't make those unifications and undisputed fights happen. They never sent an offer to Josh Warrington, Joe Cordina, Gary Russell.
Mm,
When he moved
mm.
up to 30, there was 2 more belts out there after he fought Heron and unified. That never happened. Do you really think they will get behind you the way they behind Inoue? They making sure he gets the undisputed, and they made sure
Yeah,
Crawford
no,
was
for
able to
sure.
undisputed.
I feel like in a way, he's way more established than I am. So of course, like that's a difference, But I do genuinely believe that they're behind me for the way they've been pushing me, the way I've been getting the opportunities I've been getting, and I'm here, I'm ranked. That's another thing too, right? Like it seems like all these sanctioning bodies, they don't always agree on certain things, but they agree on one thing though. They all agree on the fact that I'm a top contender. I'm like number one in WBC and WBO. I'm number one in number four in IBF and number two in WA. So it's like Top Rank sees that, and I'm 100% confident that they're going to continue to take care of me and put me in my direction to be able to become a champion for sure.
For what it's
Um,
worth, I think you'd absolutely chin Inoue. Absolutely.
am I
What?
You
pushing?
think so? Wait,
To
time
the
What?
out, time
chest,
out.
bro.
Do you
Not
wait,
facts.
hold on, Ness. Do you think that now since Inoue got dropped, or did you think that
No,
prior? I want to know.
My whole life.
Okay, I respect it. I respect
I,
it. You
I
know what I
I didn't
mean?
think it before, and I didn't think it after.
Yeah.
And you're
Well,
I
also
listen.
the
I
I
did.
he's also the biggest Inoue fan. He will start arguing with you
listen.
right now.
I
I'm not a
respect it
You,
fan.
100.
you will
percent
absolutely like honestly, Shushu. If
I,
you go over there to the Tokyo Dome, you could take his like seal, like dojo seal. Like that's what I believe.
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
I
No,
think
I
he
know that.
will, but he's gonna need a little bit more experience. That's all. But I think he's the bigger man. I think he's
Dog.
definitely the bigger
I've
man.
been calling Inoue out since 2023. There's video
Yeah.
footage of it since
Oh, I've
that,
seen
like
it.
before I fought Jason Sanchez. I've been calling Inoue out before he got dropped. I've been calling Inoue out, but when he was still Mr. Invincible,
Yeah,
because again, like I
I've
said,
seen it.
I am a student of the game. I do so many breakdowns to where I know for a fact if me and him was to ever fight, he would not beat me. I promise you
And
that, and I could bet my
and
life
that
on that. You could put
and
your
that is
house,
the
put your deed on
mindset.
I
that,
would
and
bet
I'm
my
taking
life
that
on it
money.
too.
Mm.
And that is the mindset you need to have, because regardless of what anybody says or even I say, who gives a fuck of what I say? Brew
Mhm.
Carrington, you need to always bet on yourself. Don't ever,
100%.
ever let anybody tell you any otherwise. And if I ever
Mhm.
say I had another guy picked with you, you know what you need to do? Show me and make me a
I'll
believer,
make you a
and
believer. That's
prove
right.
prove me wrong. And at the same time, always now when I think of Bruce Shushu Carrington, I say, you know what? I don't bet against that man. Why? Because
Hmm.
that man's a winner. All right.
Hmm.
And that man is set out, to become a champion. So hey, your destiny is in your hands. And what you do
Yes,
with
sir.
it and how much hard work you put into it is what you're gonna get out.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
You
got
sir.
know?
two
I
more.
appreciate that, and I
Two
appreciate
more,
your honesty as
Shushu.
well too.
On,
Absolutely.
I think I got 2 more, right? Actually, 3 more. Ruin 504. Do you honestly plan on waiting on the Vargas Castro winner for the title shot?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? I'm one fight away. Why would I not wait for that? You know what I mean? Like that, I felt like it would be stupid. And then if I didn't wait on that, I guess there's other routes I could go in terms of different organizations and whatnot. But man, yeah, why would I not wait for that? I'm right there. I'm basically knocking at the door.
Right.
Close enough, like damn near kicking it down.
Big Deal TV. Big Deal by the way of East Baltimore and New Haven. What's your top 5 jean brands?
Gene brand.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
okay.
That's a
That's
weird
dope. That's
question.
dope. I like the out of pocket questions. I like them. Jean brands. I like nudie jeans. There's something very classic about that fit. Nudie jeans is really tough. I like Seven of All Mankind. Seven of All Mankind jeans are really good. True Religion is always a classic. I actually wore True Religion jeans after my last fight. It was a nice fit. I got on my page. What else? I I like the purple brand. Cool.
You breaking up,
Out of
champ.
the
I think you said
against
Purple Label's
brand.
cool.
Oh, yeah, purple brand. Purple brand is cool, but I'm just kind of I wouldn't say that's in my top 5 anymore. I kind of like Zara jeans, like from the Zara store. It's pretty tough. I like a lot of their jeans are really good, and yeah, give me a little Levi. Even Levi's is cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm mixing it up from here and there.
Champ, I'm really sorry. I know you might have answered this, but Canelo or Crawford?
Oh, Crawford, 100%. I got Crawford, and
European
it's
man.
not.
You
European
only
man.
picking Crawford because you know he'll put you in a chicken wing or some shit
No,
out
don't
here.
like Nez.
That's a
Nez,
part of it.
Nez,
That's a part of it.
That's a
Nez
part of
will see what I can do.
it.
Champ,
No.
please,
Crawford be mad as hell. You pick somebody, he coming up behind you, putting you in a chokehold. I'm
He
watching
said
what
he
Yo,
I
that's
already
a
say.
part
did it,
of it.
Devin Haney boy.
Yo, but I'm gonna
Ah.
give y'all a real breakdown, like, and why I believe that Crawford can do it. Now, it is still a scary fight for him. It's still very scary. Canelo is known to have one of the best chins in the game. He's naturally bigger than him. He's been successful at 175 in terms of even showing how his power can affect guys that big. So to be against that, for Crawford to be against that is definitely and what they experience as well is definitely something like very concerning. But the things that I've noticed in terms of the characteristics or traits of Canelo that he's just never been able to get around throughout all his years of boxing, he has slow feet, and they've been progressively getting slower as he's gotten older. We can take the William Skull fight for example in terms of seeing how, he just could not keep up with William Skull. Granted, William Skull, he wasn't really doing much offensively, but if he was to do so, he could have definitely easily bothered Canelo Alvarez. Dimitri Bivol done it. Erislandy Lara was doing it. Floyd Mayweather was doing it. Even in the first half of Caleb Plant and
Caleb,
Canelo. Like,
yeah.
bro, that fight, it shows you that if you're able to be moving around consistently and have the gas tank to do it, you have a high possibility of getting the things you want off of Canelo. Um, uh, Bud is very versatile with his style. He can switch. He has long arms, and he has that alpha energy to where it's like he's gonna want to make Canelo respect him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna do, and this is one of the main reasons why I felt like Bivol and Mayweather did a great job at beating Canelo's because he didn't. And this is the difference between what Caleb Plant didn't do. Mayweather would hit you, Canelo would hit you back, Mayweather would hit you again, and then follow up again. Bivol did the same thing, and that's how you maintain respect and keeping a fighter honest. Like if a guy hits you, you hit them back and then hit him again and then hit him again. You're like kind of slowing them down and making them play catch up. That's what Crawford will have to do. And I feel like, they're, creating a game plan to do that, watching the footwork as well too. So I feel like it's something that's Crawford is very capable of doing to be able to beat Canelo Alvarez.
Do you think that because Terrence Bud Crawford got that dog in him? He's a dog, man. He's a dog.
There he is.
But do you think that'll work against him? Like, can he tame the dog and not want to get in there and just start squabbling? And then Canelo it's Canelo.
That I don't know. That is a very good question because there was a lot of times when in that Madrimov fight he would show that dog and kind of get out of hand and get caught with some shots, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that's something that I think that he needs to probably like be very selective with. He needs to be very selective with those type of things. But Canelo's gonna be dangerous the whole fight. So I think that uh, Crawford needs to be disciplined with the game plan throughout the whole 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, Shu, the last one is from Sony Woods out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm definitely a fan of your events. In what I'm what you would consider a boxing hardcore fan, and I like those 24/7 style shows boxing gives us weeks before the fight. I say that to say I know my brothers and sisters in this community are going to ask some hardcore questions. My question is a 24/7 style. Outkast was inducted into Music Hall of Fame, but I feel like Wu-Tang Clan is being overlooked. Do you think the Wu-Tang Clan is great enough to be introduced into the Hall of Fame?
I mean, I would. Uh, yo, you're funny,
How
man.
did it get there?
He keeps looking like, why is these questions so random? Like,
Seriously,
it's so funny, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm like, how did you get to Wu-Tang Clan from like the beginning of that?
Listen, but it's so funny, bro. But sometimes the fans don't want to just always want to talk boxing. They want to get to know
Right.
you as a person, and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Kind of opens up that door. So I'm more than happy to answer a question like that. But I think that, especially me being from New York, I don't know how the Wu Tang Clan is looked at around the world or just around just the nation. But me being from New York, Wu Tang Clan is a big deal. Big deal. So I mean, for me, maybe I'm biased. I definitely think that they should be, inducted to the Hall of Fame, man. With their influence that they had back then, like it was wild, bro. So mind you, I wasn't even born for most of that and type of influence. You know what I'm saying? But I really like the Wu Tang Clan, so it's like I think that they're just off of their influence that they had. It's like, yeah, I think so for sure.
Just in respect of fight week, let me slide this last one in. Rod in LA says you spar both Tank and Shakur. If those were to fight each other, who do you got winning and why? Don't answer that if it's gonna get you back in beef with old boy, because I know these guys don't like. No, because they don't like you to pick either. I go through that shit every week. It's like, oh, you picked against me.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, like I never understood that. But I'm gonna keep it funky. I really don't care, to be honest. And I'm gonna give an honest answer, and I'm gonna give the answer that I've given everybody that's asked me this question. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I feel like Shakur Stevenson has the defensive discipline to keep anybody off of him, and to make everybody miss him and whatnot. But also, I feel like Tank, he has the fighting. How can I say his fight approach is not like a pure boxer. It's like he's like a true box. He's like a few fighter. He's a true fighter in terms of like the way he fights reminds you of like a street fight, like the energy that he brings. So he's gonna force uncomfortable situations. He might hit your arms a certain way, or do certain things to make you uncomfortable. And I think that he could probably bring that to Shakur, but it's all about hitting Shakur. If you're able to hit him, then some things can happen. If you're not able to hit him, then it's all like cruise control for Shakur all the way. So, but it's like it's who at that point it's like who brings the best game plan. So it's 50-50 for me.
Right. I saw that interview with that Ness was showing with Josh Padley there express what his experience with Shakur Stevenson, and Ness has asked a question about how do you know if he's telling the truth about the shots to the head and the body, and that if Shakur punches hard, right? Okay.
Well, to context, hold on. The context was they asked him, how did Shakur's power feel? He's like, well, to be honest, I didn't really feel it to the head, but to the body, I couldn't really take it. I don't know if that was because I got a 4-day notice and not enough conditioning.
Right. And then where you see where he's telling the truth, and you could see where that's not so, right? Is in his own interview when he said, when I fought against Shakur Stevenson, I've never in my life sparred anybody that fast, that accurate. And he revealed it right there. He was already outgunned. He had
Yeah.
admitted that he had never been in a ring with such a foe, not even sparring. So
Yeah.
whether he had 4 days off from coming from his job or not,
Or a full training camp.
or full training camp, he had never been in the light with a Shakur Stevenson straight out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And when he
100%.
said he told the truth, he said, when
Yeah.
Shakur hit me to the body, I felt like a shot going through my legs and it just zapped my legs.
Yeah,
So
that's one of
again,
those.
telling
That's
the
one of those.
truth.
Ooh,
Again,
it's one of
telling the
those.
truth and confirming his power. Now, I give him credit because I got to admit, not a lot of men will take an ass whooping as a professional boxer and be honest. It
A
takes
lot
a
of UK
lot.
guys do that. A lot of UK guys
Yes,
actually
not
do that.
Americans, but yes.
Yeah.
But it took a lot, and I respect them for that, because it gives us
We're just
insight,
honest.
and then me, the way I think, I quickly picked up on it. I said, no, I got my answer from you. You revealed it. See?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
facts. That's facts.
All right,
What's
Shu,
the
that
high?
is it. That is it. I do appreciate you. I know we kept you, damn, hour and a half. Give out that social media
Well, this
and
that long. It was a good conversation. It didn't even feel like that.
well, it was an hour actually, right? I think you jumped on at
Okay.
4:30. I
Amazing to meet you,
appreciate you.
Shushi, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Y'all
Yeah.
already know it's always love. And yeah, I'm already know I'm gonna be back real soon on y'all show. So I'll see y'all next time.
Give out that
Yo, I'm
social
gonna
media
hit you
for
on
anybody.
Instagram.
Give out that
Oh yeah,
social media
man.
for
Listen,
anybody crazy enough not to be following you.
that's a fact. That's a fact. You already know my Instagram is Bruce_Carrington. My Twitter is B_Carrington1. And listen, Top Rank's last fight on ESPN. Watch July 26th and witness the Shushu show. And don't blink because you never know, man. Stay tuned and we're gonna rock out.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. There you
Bless
have it,
us,
ladies
champ.
and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Shushu Carrington. We are taking calls now. Don't forget to call
Number
in.
one.
We are taking calls on Discord, X Spaces.
Tone was so